Hello guys. So let's see if everything works fine. I hope everyone understood the timing right. This is GST 5 o'clock time. So let's see if everything works fine. Yes, I can see myself, I can hear myself. So today's webinar is to help you sell, to help you work on the smart home market. So hopefully people who wanted to come, they are here. Could you please write a little bit something into the chat so I understand that you see the chat and you understand how this is working. Once I see that everything is okay, I start. All right? Oh, good. Great. So this webinar actually is a little bit different from previous ones. It is a little bit more filled with different kinds of media. Let's see if it goes well. So we planned this webinar for quite a long time. And this one is once again to help you working on your business. So most of our partners, they say we are ready to do this, we are ready to do that. But client came to me and I explained to him something and he does not want this. So that is why we see that some companies, they grab a lot of money from smart home, and many companies, they grab no money from smart home because they cannot sell, because they do not understand something. They can lack technical knowledge, they can lack sales knowledge, or maybe they can lack business knowledge. So all these three knowledges we tried to include a little bit in this webinar, but much more in a bigger training course which we have planned. So let's go, let's start. And this is our outline for today. We're going to have the introduction and then we are going to look at a little bit at smart home industry landscape, like what is happening in there. Is it growing? Is it declining? Is it changing? And then we go to sales, technical, business, like three main parts which should help you with your business: sales, technical, and business. And then there will be like question answer. If you want to question anything, I will be able to answer for sure. And then I will speak a little bit about our comprehensive training program. And everybody who stays will receive this presentation, which is filled with a lot of materials, presentation file. Okay, so I will give the link to this presentation file, and if you want, you will be able to download, but only if you stay. Okay, I'm sure that this one will be very valuable for you. Also, there will be a special offer for everyone who is on this webinar for the training program. Okay, let's start from introduction a little bit. Let's start from myself first. So I have quite a lot of experience, actually maybe already 22 years of experience in home building automation market. I started in 2002 with Clipsal. Clipsal, I was moving on a Russian market, and after a few years it became quite well known and hundreds, maybe thousands of installers were using it. So enough about myself. Let's move a little bit about the founding company. The main company which is presenting this course is the company where I am the general manager in, and this company is called Run Automation. And this company is the exclusive distributor and representative for Larnitech, German brand, for the smart home. So this is like main equipment which we use, and we believe that this is the best equipment available right now for professional installation. And we also distribute some other brands. We are very proud of Citron, which is very beautiful design and helping you working on this market very much with its design. And Sunricher guys and Nice guys and Cool Automation guys, thank you to them for giving us a distribution status. Also, we have few product lines with a Run trademark, which is OEM from different factories. This is all brought here into GCC region, into UAE and Dubai office, to help you work and to make your business better. And then there is a partner company which also gives you a good terms on a lot of different great brands. These are, some of them are European brands, like Magnat, for example, is a German brand. Some of them are US brands, like Key Digital for audio, video and HDMI over distance, and RTI for media control and different kinds of home theater control and so on. So all of this will be available for you if you become our partner after this webinar and the training course. Also, there is a training company which has the license for consulting, so under which actually we make all this training and all this what is happening right now. So the consulting company is working only in smart home industry, and what we do is we give installers training, we give project design and project lead. So what we can do for you, if you invite us to your project, we can lead the project for you, and we can make a project design documentation. We also have equipment programming, sales and marketing support, and business development support with tracking. Okay, so enough about us. And let's move to smart home industry landscape, how we see it, and how I can speak about it using a small given time in today's webinar. So today's webinar is not long, as you probably already understand. So first, if you go and try to understand the value of the market, of smart home market right now, you see that in 2022 it was $80 billion, and in 2023 it was already $93 billion, and in 2030 it is projected to be more than $300 billion. So what is this in perspective? Like, we are all together working on this market, but are we working on a small market? Because people always say, okay, a few years will come, will pass, and people will understand about smart home. But now we see the size of this market. Let's compare it to the size of another market. Let's compare it to the size of entertainment, like music and movies market. And the size, global size, all over the world of movies and entertainment market, including music, in 2022 was less than $100 billion. And the growth rate is 7.2%. So in 2031, it will become $182 billion. And let's go back to smart home. Smart home is already the size of movies and music and all entertainment industry. And in 2030, it will be almost two times this size of entertainment industry. So if your salary or profit grows 20% a year, what happens in 10 years? Let's say you earn now 10,000. Next year you earn 12,000. So 20% growth. What will happen in 10 years? This will be 62,000. So working on a growing market is very good because you don't need to grow yourself. You just keep up with the market. You just keep as a medium company, but your earning grows. Okay, so smart home market is the best market right now, one of the best markets right now to work in. So I hope I bring this one to you. One more thing, many people think that smart home is like kind of underdeveloped comparing to, for example, security systems market. So if you compare what people searched in Google for smart home and for security systems. So until something like maybe 2012, maybe 2015, it was security systems was much more popular than smart home market. And people searched more for security system with this big peak in 2008. But then smart home became more popular than security systems in Google search. Okay, so this is the best market right now to work in. And this is how it's segmented. So most popular is consumer electronics, of course. Consumer electronics is like some kind of a smart home appliance which you can find and which many companies sell and which sometimes now have Wi-Fi or some kind of connection to Alexa and others. And then we have safety and security devices. And then we have climate control and lighting control and also energy and water control. Okay, so this goes from Fortune Business Insights. So let's look at the market. We have not the market as a whole, but we have customer installation part, we have professional installation part, and we have industrial automation part. So these are three parts which we have when we speak about smart home systems, not about smart home devices, but about smart home systems. So what is customer installation? Customer installation is the type of system which is not good to install. The business model of customer installation means that you go as an end user, you go to shop or you go to AliExpress or you go to Amazon, you buy devices and then you install yourself. Okay? So the system which will be there will be very simple, up to maybe 10 devices. Okay? After 10 devices, it becomes a mess. All of them are wireless, and all of them, most of them, are working based on internet. So once you want more functions, once you want professional people to install it, you need to use different kind of equipment. So this customer installation, which is like Xiaomi or Amazon devices and other things, is not good for installation because installer is not in this business model. Amazon does not project that installer will be there like servicing this system. And then we also have industrial automation. And industrial automation is complete opposite to customer installation. If customer installation can be only very simple, industrial automation can be very, very complex, like thousands, tens of thousands of functions, no problem. But the problem is that you, as installer for industrial automation, have to be a very, very highly qualified. So you have to have people who are very qualified in these brands exactly in these brands, not only with automation like at all, but with specific brands which you use in your installations. Second thing is they are not flexible. So if you go to industrial automation, you install very complex system. It works. If you do everything well, it works very, very reliable. But you close it and you do not open. Because if client wants a small change, then one more small change, one more small change. Every time you have to pay for highly qualified people to change this programming. So industrial automation is actually also not good for flexible systems. And clients, when they want smart home, they ask for a flexible smart home, because after 1 month they will ask you to change one small thing, after 2 months another small thing, and so on. And this will happen like all the time. So it should be easy. So there is another type which is specifically developed for smart home professional installers. And we all can make money on it. You as an installer, if you have this profession, then you use this type of equipment and you don't spend too much time on programming. And if you want to change something, it is flexible. And it can be complex. It can be very reliable for 10 years, 15 years. Systems which I installed in 2002 with Clipsal, they are still working. So after 22 years, they're still working. Maximum problems some of them had was with power supplies, which is like normal thing to change. Okay, so professional installation takes part from customer installation and part from industrial automation. And you should work only with this part. But market is filled with a lot of brands over it. So the next slide could probably scare you, but this is maybe 1% of everything. This one. So you can probably think this is like a stupid quantity of logos. But this is actually not, because these logos placed specifically in places where they work as business model. So if you look at Honeywell, for example, you can find Honeywell here in industrial automation, which is like perfectly fine. And you can find also Honeywell here in customer installation, because you can find Honeywell in Amazon and you can buy Honeywell thermostat or something and you can use it yourself without professional help. So Honeywell actually is not here in professional installation, almost, maybe a little bit. And if you look at Larnitech, this is fully professional installation, no customer, no industrial. If you look at FIBAR, for example, FIBAR tries to be between customer installation and a little bit go to professional, and so on. So this slide actually showing you some of the things which we'll learn on a training, on a big full-featured training in June, and about each brand and about each system. Very slowly we learn and we understand how it works and why this is different from others. Okay, so these brands, they coexist, and they are maybe just a small percentage of brands which are currently very active on the market. And this one is maybe a little bit more calm slide. This includes everything which we offer, which we personally work with and offer you to work with. It includes Larnitech, for sure, as probably the best system for local control, for remote control, for quick automations and wired automations. And then Larnitech works very good with Google and Apple, also Amazon. and also with KNX, RTI and Control 4. Also gives us a Modbus, and our partner Nice from Italy works with Z-Wave and owns a Fibaro brand. So this is like pretty much what we offer. And very important to understand that there are types of systems on the market, and they are not separate. So if you go to professional installation and customer installation and industrial installation, they can overlap, and actually you can find some places where same equipment can be used for all three, or where one equipment can be only one type, or maybe one equipment can be only two type, and so on. Okay, so Larnitech, for example, can be used for customer installation. Some customers, they can buy some simple device and install, but it is very, very rarely, and same for industry. Now let's move to sales strategies. Like sales strategies is part which make you earn more money once you understand it. But I can tell you that 99% of companies, they don't understand it. This may look simple, and everything I will speak about, you can say this is like small and easy, like everyone can understand this, but I can tell you that once you do one or two things which I offer for you today, you will become better than most of the companies which are on the market, and you will earn more. So let's start. So first, which skills you need to understand like how sales in smart home market works. And here, this is from our big training. This is module 5 and 6, and it includes self-representation, how you look and how you bring yourself to the client, and types of marketing for installations companies. And then we have some examples. We'll learn sales process very in detail, and then we'll learn sales scripts, and we have a lot of examples of scripts. And then we'll look at wow factors, because they always change, and today wow factor is not the same wow factor as it was 10 years ago. So wow factors important when you want to sell something. Then we discuss showroom, like what it should look like. And then types of projects and types of clients. And then we have this approach which is called why, how, what, so that your salespeople, they understand what to say and what to do each time a new product is brought to the client. Okay? So now a small question for you. Do you know how many stages there are in sales process? Any of you know sales process or not? Just a small question, I'm just interested. Also, I'm interested where you're from, so if you use chat a little bit, it would be nice. Okay, so while I speak about sales process, could you please write a number, like how many steps are there in the sales process which you use, for example? Okay, but now I speak about our sales process which we offer for you in this approach. So sales process, step number 1, client hunt. So first you hunt for a client, and this is actually marketing. This is marketing part. Mostly marketing is now in social media. Of course, most of the clients, they go to companies which are big on TikTok, which are big on Instagram, which are big on Facebook. Like maybe most of the clients, I will not give you a percentage, go to these companies. So client hunt is very important. But then you need to understand if this client which is hunted, which came to you, if this client is yours. Okay, so you try to manage, and this part is not ours and this part is ours. For example, one client searches for I don't know, smart lock, but you want only big projects and you search for only clients with big villa for renovation. So during qualification, this guy who searches for a smart lock goes away maybe somewhere else, and this guy who came with a big villa is yours. Okay, so this qualification is very, very important part, because once you try further, step number 3 and more, with client which is not yours, you spend your resource which you could spend on earning money, you spend just in thin air, like in space. Okay, so you waste it if you don't have this qualification. And then what you need to do is you need to understand and develop demand from the client which is already qualified. Okay, so this guy with big villa for renovation comes to you and you try to understand his demand. Understand means he tries to explain, like, here this lamp, here that lamp, here this AC. So client does not understand himself and you try to understand the whole picture. What does it mean, develop demand? Most of the demand in current sales, like now in 2024, most of the demand is developed by the salesperson. So client comes to you and says, I want like this electrical part and this AC part. He does not want smart home, probably, but you develop this need in him. So on this stage, you develop the demand, and then client wants. And then we have objection handling. So you give something to the client and client says no, because like too expensive. I've heard that there is like a different company who does this better and other things. Okay, so you will have the list of objections and you will handle all of them. This is quite easy once you understand all objections. And then you have the deal. So you move client after their objections to the deal. So you sign and you get money. And then you get to additional sale. I tell you, in smart home, additional sale can be 10 times the first sale. How? You sell smart home system, for example, and client comes to you, says, okay, this is the thing which I need, like these controllers, these like switches and touch panels. But then he thinks, like, who will bring AC to my villa? And first company he thinks about is smart home company. So if he already has smart home company, he brings AC, which is like the bigger piece of a pie on a project, to you. And if you don't want, then okay, but if you can do, then you will receive more money. And then he thinks about like a little bit of maybe home cinema. And home cinema can be many times more expensive than all smart home, because this is something that clients wants to himself, to have like the joy. So they are ready to spend money on it. So first company he will ask about this is smart home company. Okay, so the additional sale for smart home is the main sale. Okay, you probably mentioned that there is a gap like between 3 and 5. Like, what is happening between we understood what you want and we handle your objection? There is this part which is called presentations, demonstrations. And for this part, what you need is either a good showroom or demo case. Okay, so about this will be a bit later. So you come here, you move to presentations, then you go there, back, there, back, there, back with objections. So client says, no, Xiaomi is better. You say, no, KNX is better. Okay, Larnitech, okay, something in between. So, and then we go to the deal. Okay, and then we go to sales funnel. What is funnel? Funnel something which is like big on top and small at the end, at the bottom. So we have cold lead, and cold lead is like the person who first time hears about you. And you come to him and he says, okay, please, I don't want your advertising. Okay, so this is cold lead. And warm lead is someone who have heard something about you or about what you do, and maybe a little bit wants and thinks about it. So you come and he says, okay, please explain. And hot lead is someone who wants, but it's not time yet. So he is already prepared, or maybe have not enough money, or maybe he has some competitor working with him. So this is hot lead. And client is the guy who pay you. Okay, so this is sales funnel. This is also very easy. Everybody understands what this is, but nobody is leading their client through the sales funnel. And then there is one thing which almost nobody is talking about. It's called sales skirt. It is the next thing which is happening after client purchased one time, and if it was good, he purchased once again. So repurchase is already sales skirt. And this is very important because once you have a big sales skirt, once people become clients and then become client again, and they are glad you do a good job, and then they become regular, and then they become brand advocate. So they speak about you with their friends, and they say, okay, this guy will do perfect job. Other guys, I don't know, but this guy, please go to him. Okay, so they don't receive money for it, they just love you. Okay, so once the sales skirt is big enough, you start earning money and not spend money on marketing because you have too much job to do. Okay, anybody having sales skirt already? Like people who are your brand advocate and who say, okay, this guy is great guy, go for Smarthome to this guy. Anyone? Okay, let's move forward. So CRM is the system which shows you your sales funnel visually. This system, which you can see now on the screen, I think this is pipe drive. I'm not sure, but I think this one is pipe drive. This system is based on an approach which is called Kanban. Kanban was first developed in Toyota factory. When Mr. Toyota wanted to see visually how car is going through different processes until it's ready. Okay, so this Kanban is like the best approach to visually show you how many clients you have here, how many clients here, how many clients here. So you don't depend on one client. You have this as a system. So use CRM. These are maybe three of quite popular. like Zoho. Zoho is integrated with like accounting in UAE, for example. And Jira has a good free account where you can have a nice CRM. And Pipedrive is also quite nice. Many others. If any of you use CRM, please tell me about this, because I suspect that maybe most of you, that you don't use CRM. I'm almost sure. Maybe tried, but could not. So every day you come to your office and open CRM, almost no one. But if you do, after some time, your business becomes much better. Okay, then another thing, please learn that client decides nothing. You decide, not client. If client decides something and tells you, and you start doing what client says, then it means that something is going wrong. And there will be a problem with your money, there will be a problem with your system, with many other things. So, what client in your business model needs to do is client needs to accept something which you offer. So if client needs to think like what to do next and how to do this, then something is wrong. Okay? So you offer for a client to do this and this. If he's not ready, then he's removed. You go to another client. Don't waste time on people who want to tell you what to do on this market, because you need to be the professional and you need to be the person, the company, which says clients what to do. And client accepts and moves forward in the funnel. This is what client needs to do. Like from the business perspective, of course, not from human perspective. Okay? This is very important thing. Next thing is you need to have a lead magnet. What lead magnet is? Lead magnet is something that brings people to you. If you have a good lead magnet and use it in social media, you will have a lot of people coming there, like followers and so on. So lead magnets are very important. But how to find your own lead magnet? You cannot use like anyone's lead magnet. You need your own. The best lead magnet is emotionally captivating story. Okay? So the story which brings some type of emotion to the client. Sometimes not great emotion. Sometimes maybe like, what is it? So, but emotion. So if you move emotions in the client, then you have your lead magnet. And emotion is this magnetic field that brings the client to you. This is very important thing. So everything you do which clients see should be emotionally captivating. Example, client comes to me and we discuss different things, and he asks like this one, like shows like some circuit protection. What is it for? What I can tell to him? I can tell this is like this type of circuit protection. I tell him different thing. I tell him this is the thing which saves your life and saves life of your children. He says, how so? And then there is a story like about like previous projects and how someone almost died because they did not have this and so on. But every time client asks something from you, you bring emotionally captivating in this, and not just technical details. Do not speak with client on language of, I don't know, this bus, this protocol, this type of device. No, this is something which should be emotional. And next thing which will be very important for you is the bond between designers interior designers specifically and installers. So if you are an installer, what you need to have is you need to have interior designers who bring clients to you. Because this is actually a natural bond. Like you have, a big fish and a lot of small fishes around. And also different kinds of bonds you can find in nature. And this one is the bond in our business between interior designer and installer. Why? Because installer does everything which is not seen. Interior designer is responsible for everything which is seen. That's why they fit perfectly on each other. So one interior designer understands what should light look like. Another one is installer, understands what should be in the walls so this light works. Okay, same for AC, same for security, same for media, and so on. So a lot of interior designer companies who don't have a good installers, or maybe don't have enough of good installers for their projects. So go there, but be prepared, because they will need different things from you, like, for example, different things on design. So recently, this very simple thing, which you can see now on the screen, just won the project because a client previously did not see like 3 elements connected together as one, and he did not understand before that it is possible. So once he saw this, and this is like quite cheap configuration, but it was very impressive for this client. And other things like Citron, for example, that's why we have it. Citron moves feelings in designers, and once you offer them the demo case of Citron, you win the project. They have very nice, very great demo case which you can order from us, like we can show you. Once you bring it to meeting on a site with designers, with clients, and you start showing on this, and this is metal, and this is like this type of color, which is not very common, and here are icons which are lit at night, for example, and so on. You start showing this and you win the project. Okay, so this is also another very important thing. And I will show you also some of my videos, some parts of my videos. So this one is from my Instagram, I guess, maybe it's TikTok. This device is called Taiba, and this is like Nest, but also touch, and can control different kinds of dimming lights, and also curtains, and also AC and music. It's compatible with Sonos, for example, at the same time as compatible with Larnitech. So you can use it. It's quite expensive, so it costs maybe 1,000 euro more than 1,000 euro, one piece costs. But first, you will earn money on it. Second, client will be happy because he will show this to all of his friends. And then one more thing, this one is called Faraday.
Touch switches.
These are touch switches from UK, and with different types of finishing and a nice backlight, and they can be Canex or they can be dry contacts. We have adapters for dry contacts which work very, very good, so that's why we prefer dry contact adapters like the one which you see now on the screen. Okay, and they have different kinds of finishing, which is very nice for designers. Okay, now a little bit about visit sales. So a lot of clients, they say we are not ready to come to you. We just want you to come to us. So you come to site and you need something which will stand you out of others and bring you something good. So what you can do is you can have a demo case. We have a very nice demo case, and we demanded the factory that this demo case should be working from battery. So now we have a small video, which will be a small break from my speaking, and here is the demo case which we offer.
Hello guys. So this is Larnitech installer demo case. It is mostly used in two ways. First, to bring on clients' visits when you want to show your competence and how system is working to your client. Second, to have practice with home automation inside your company. It includes MetaForce 2 main controller, 6-in-1 sensor, media point with mini speakers, 4-inch touchscreen, 8 buttons switch with status LEDs, and DWI/O controller. There is Wi-Fi access point inside the case and a nice power solution which enables it to have only one USB Type-C power delivery source, so you can use standard power supplies or even power banks. Let's start from first option, how we demonstrate to the client. Usually, presentation to client starts with showing iPad application on a floor plan screen, which is most easily to control user interface. We show light control from relays, on-off, then dimmers, then RGB, and then addressable RGB with color picker. Then we show same control from 4-inch panel and from buttons. Do not forget dimming and scenarios. Next, you can show blind motors control from buttons and screen. LED indicators will show direction in which motor is moving. After that, you go to climate control page and show how client can set up required temperature in the room. Then you can show how Larnitech works with sensors. There are many sensors including 4 temperature, 1 humidity, motion, light level, and even CO2 detect.
Okay, so a small video showing you the example of thing which you can bring to your site and which can help you sell smart home. Okay, now let's move forward to technical skills. Many salespeople think that without technical skill, only with sales skill and talking skill, they can sell smart home. This is actually not working good, unfortunately. People mostly ask from salespeople technical knowledge. So this is what you should know, and we have 4 modules for technical in our main course. So first, main technologies, and then types, and then we go through examples with wired professional and wireless professional, and then wireless customer, and then what kind of software can give us the control and fully customizable user interface, and then other important systems and protocols, like for example how IP networks should work when you have a smart home. And then we have technical solutions for what we install, like for lighting control. For example, we discuss a lot of dimming technologies and a lot of DALI and addressable lights and how they work and so on. And then motors and climate control, media and audio video systems, security, user interfaces. And this part is totally about installer workflow, what team should install and what happens before the start and so on. And then we have project design and documentation and how to do most of it. We will not make electrician, engineering project person from people who don't have good education, but there will be information for how to do this if you already are. So what do we control then? Like engineering part, it goes from lighting and then to motorization, AC control, security, media, home appliance, and different kinds of control elements. We have a lighting control, and this is the type of device which is used for lighting control. This one is LED driver, which can work with RGB or just 9 channels of white dimming. And also we support addressable lights, we support DALI and different kinds of power dimming to 20, 24 volts, 12 volts and so on. So addressable light is quite popular right now, so I suggest you to use it because we now support it in Larnitech. And this is the part about blinds and shades, and usually we connect it to different kinds of wired relays, which can be small in Petra's box or which can be DIN rail and inside DB. And then we have blinds and shades control. And also AC control. So typical AC control is when we have Citron thermostats connected to fan coils directly and then connected to our system using interface. And also VRF and cool automation for almost any kind of air conditioners. And then we have security functions, starting with notifications, camera feeds and other things like for example, if you want to have a 24/7 alarm for something like smoke, for example, or this door is open and I need to know if this door is open, or for water leakage and other things, then it is very possible. And then zone access alarm. So, for example, you go out and you set your home armed, then security system will advise you when someone came there. And media functions also. We have quite nice media functions in our media point, including AirPlay, so you can send music from your iOS or iPhone device to any room. And then DLNA. DLNA gives you your music collection on any device. And then we have a voiceover. Like, for example, we can have our application and guys on the 3rd floor, please come to lunch. Something like this, and send. And PA, public announce feature. And we have automation sounds. Automation sounds is something that makes your system talking. So you can have voice files, voice music files in this device. It has 2 GB of memory. And when something happens, like for example, your gates are open, or I don't know, the system security system is activated. And this is possible with this type of device. And then we can also control home appliance. We support IFTTT, which is the world biggest service currently for home appliance and smart home appliance control. Home appliance means it can be vacuum cleaners, robot cleaners, or it can be I don't know, washing machines, and so on. And then a little bit more technical in this webinar. We don't have a lot of time, but a little bit. So this is what typical DB looks like. And this is like a small video from a real project. And here you see this part is circuit breakers. Mostly this one is electrical security part. And this is control part. And this is connectors part. So all external cables coming to this connectors part. And then inside they are connected to control and safety. And then power supplies, they are all here. So if we move closer, we see that these are DALI and 0-10 volts dimmers. So they are dimming. 0-10 volts 4-channel dimmer. And then relay, this one is 18-channel relay for on-off, something up to 16 amps. These are two dimmers for 230. And these are dimmers low voltage, like 12 or 24 volts, low voltage. These are curtain controllers, and these are heating cooling controllers for fan coils or for heating. These are inputs for buttons which are connected as dry contact if you use these. And this one is, last but not least, the main controller. From one side it is connected by loop to all of these devices. From another side it is connected to power supply and to the network. Main controller contains everything about logic, about application, and everything what is needed for the automation. These are loops which are connecting devices together. This main controller and other controllers which you just have seen. And this is so this one is actually the villa. Okay, quite big projects. And this one is the demo kit for apartment. And this is quite easy to install, so you don't waste a lot of time on projects. So you get money quickly and go to next project, get money quickly, next project, and so on. But it supports a lot of things. It supports 10 relays, 4 dimmers, 24 inputs, and also extensions. So let me start from one video.
Hello guys. So this is Larnitech installer demo case. It is...
Sorry, not the one. Just let me edit this.
Hello
one.
guys. So this is Larnitech installer demo case. It is mostly used in two ways.
Welcome to our channel. This video is dedicated to MetaForce 2 set. We will demonstrate its step-by-step installation and setup. Base MetaForce 2 unit for mounting on a DIN rail, 3 motion sensors, 2 leakage sensors, 4 window or door position sensors, 4 temperature sensors, a power supply unit, and a short instruction which contains QR codes for connecting
This
to the
is right
device.
one, yes.
MetaForce 2 module has the following: 10 relay outputs for connecting load, such as lamps, blinds, valves to control heating and water supply, garage gates, locks, and fan coils, 4 dimmable channels for connecting dimmable lights, 24 inputs for connecting buttons, switches, reed switches, motion sensors, and leakage sensors, a port to connect temperature sensors with the possibility of connecting up to 8 sensors, CAN bus for connecting extra devices and sensors, an Ethernet port for connecting to the Internet. Install the power supply unit and the MetaForce 2 module in the electrical service panel. Connect the power supply, Internet, buttons, sensors, and load. See the detailed instructions about how to connect various devices to the Metaforsa module by following the link in the upper right corner or in the description of this video. We recommend installing 2 circuit breakers, one for load and the other one for the Metaforsa 2 power supply. If you have extra modules to extend the system, install and connect them, having connected them with CAN bus. Place the terminators at the ends of the CAN bus. Important: elements such as blinds can be damaged if voltage is supplied to the
Okay, so this is much longer video with demonstration of software and so on. But here is another one from a real installer which just connects on the table. So you can see the real device. So these are the sensors and switches connected to 24 inputs, 12 and 12. And this one is the lamp, the power in from downside, and power out goes to the lamp. And then once you connect it to the network, immediately you control from the application. And also from the button. From normal switch you can control. And this part is dimming. So he connects dimming lamp, and then you can just move slider and dim, or do this same using voice automation or HomeKit and so on. Now, almost finished. A little bit to business essentials. We have a separate part in our big training for people who are owners or top managers of companies. So this business part goes to them. Sales and technical part goes to other people sometimes. So for business owner, we have the module for business strategy and for business models, and then digital transformation, how it works in your business. A little bit about how private and corporate projects are different if you use with smart homes. And growth methods, for example, if your company has the same income like for, 1-2 years, and it's not changing, how to grow. And about company structure. So one of the important things which you need to understand about business part is that you need to have unique selling proposition about each type of product which you offer inside your company. This is quite easy to have, but once you have it, you can make it like your motto and put it everywhere. So everyone understands that this is what you do, this is how you are better than others. So this is like a simple phrase, like this. So for example, for client who would like to renovate their villa, who needs comfort in their villa. We offer a great smart home system including this and this. And unlike competitors, we understand how this works. We do good project documentation, and we do high quality, DB mounting, something like this. So this becomes your unique selling proposition in this part, in smart home part. And everything you try to do connected to this one. And then one of the last things today is installer value chain. Installer value chain is important because this is how you add value to everything you offer to the client. So first, you make a sale using demonstrations. And then you add value by making a project design job. And then you purchase the equipment. And then you do a mounting job on site. And then you do commissioning job. And then you do a servicing job. So this is quite simple for I don't know, for typical system integrator business model. And then what comes in your company and what comes out on every stage. So first comes in is money. So you make an agreement with the client on this stage between sales demo and project job, and you get your money for project design. Please don't make project design without this step, without money, because clients, they always ask you to do many things and you draw different things and then they go somewhere. So get a little bit of money from the client for project design job. Like, I don't know, $10 per square meter, something like this. Or it can be different price. So everybody have different price, depends on how deep the documentation is. And then first thing out, you have the project documentation finish. But this is very important. You just attached the client to you with this documentation, because you understand this documentation better than anyone, and you make this documentation the way that client stays with you. At least you try. So you show that you do it very good, and it's better not to go anywhere, because it is possible that they will find someone who is not so good. Okay, and then we have another payment coming, payment for equipment, payment for mounting job, commissioning job. You got this payment, and then you get equipment handover to the client, because client bought equipment from you. And you make a mounting handover, and you make a final handover. So you give the project. And then you have a final payment. And then you start your service. For 1 year, your service for mounting job is free. For equipment, Larnitech up to 5 years, other devices mostly 2 years. And this is it. Pretty much in store value chain. Now, that's it. I'm almost finished. After these questions and answers, I will show you a little bit about bigger training course. So if you are interested, please, I'm ready to answer your questions. If you have any like technical or sales question, any kind, I'm ready to answer. And after that, I will give you a little bit of training program introduction, while you maybe giving me something in questions. So first is you can go to the chat and you can find there the link. This is the link for a training program landing. Training program landing is describing you what we have and why it is so good. But if in short, what we do is we give you a fully working installer business in detail. So actually we developed it as franchise. So as the ready business, which we just hand over to you and you just use it. So it is even possible that you just get all this information, you get all people which should be inside there, you just invest and you don't work there yourself. So we give you instruction from start to finish with many details, and then to best partners, after you finish and have certification, you get clients from us, because quite a lot of clients, they come directly to our website. This training is online, This is online training. So in office, it is not happening. In office, after this training, in our media city in Dubai office, we have practice session. So you come to practice session and you connect devices yourself and you have some programming, but only if you want to. This is not required for the certification. Okay? So also we give you the equipment with project defense. So if you make projects to the client, then this equipment which is inside this project for the best price can be sold only to you. And all others for the same project, if we find it, will be sold only retail price. Okay? And then these are modules for technical part, like 4 modules. 4 modules means 4 weeks. 1 week is 1 module. At Monday you receive the bunch of lections and homework. So you do this, or your people do this, maybe technical people who you prepare to be a project manager, for example. And then at Friday you give your homework, and next Monday you receive next bunch of videos. And you can use it as a big dictionary, because once something comes after maybe 1 year, you just go back, you find this video and you understand what to do. And then we have sales and marketing, 2 weeks, 2 modules. And sales and marketing is, as you have seen today, a small percentage of what we have in a bigger training. We also have some practice, like for example, you need to practice this with real clients and show us, and also record some videos and show us how you understood what we teach you. And then 7-8 is the model for business owner, and this one includes you see what. Okay, so for this training we give certification. Once you finish it, there is like the final task, and once you finish this final task, which is actually quite simple, you get the certification from our consulting company. And then for everyone who was here today, there is a discount. You can use 50% discount only today and tomorrow, 2 days. And also the record for this webinar will be here for today and tomorrow. And after that we will remove it, and maybe one day we will have another one. But this webinar 50 promo code, let me show you where you insert it. So this is the landing. So if you go to about the course, you get training contents, and then you can see the price, and let's say you select sales, so you choose and you have the promo code in here. Okay, so name, email, phone number, promo code, and once you have it, you have 50% discount. But we got crazy and we decided that these 2 days, everything which is paid for the training, including business owner, the main one with feedbacks and home tasks and personal business tracking, is the first payment for the equipment. So after you first time purchase the equipment, we include this money into your discount. So someone already tries to buy it, I think. Sorry. So for today it will be 500 dirhams, for example, for technical training, let's say. And then you decide to buy some devices for your showroom, let's say. And these 500 dirhams, they are being discounted from your purchase. So this is the prepayment for the future projects which you will have. Okay, so this is the most important. All right, so I think I finished. I told you everything which I wanted to tell. If you have more questions, I am ready to answer. And the link for the training again. We have a lot of free stuff. We have a lot of, so if you are not ready to buy training, this is totally okay. We have crazy amount of free trainings for equipment, but these do not include details of business and other things. So also after this training you become a dealer for different kinds of equipment, and you start to receive dealer terms on a lot of types of equipment, including hi-fi and audiovisual, not only Larnitech and Citron and Cool Automation and others. Okay, so thank you very much. It was very nice to see you here today. Hopefully we see you on other free webinars which we will have. So almost every week we have something interesting, so come back. Also, you can find me on Instagram and on TikTok. I think 2-3 days ago I have TikTok, so I have to do it now because marketing people tell me. So I'm sorry, but I do now. See you later. Bye bye, guys.